First time getting a head coaching gig. Just, how excited are you to be taking over your own program?
Man, I'm very excited. I have a really good group of kids. They're highly competitive. We have a really good core talent. And so I'm really excited to get with these guys and get them going in the right direction.
When I started here in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
North Caddo had been down for
Sure.
a long time. Johnny came in and really built that program up.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to kind of carry on what he started there?
Absolutely. Johnny Cavanaugh has been a massive impact on my coaching career. To see his methods, see ways he gets the kids out, the way he pours into the kids and they believe in him and trust in him and work hard for him. And so definitely I have to bring that same element to the job, no doubt.
What can we expect from you guys now offensively?
Yeah, we have a really good core of athletes. Mason Jackson, our quarterback, had a really big spring game, over 300 total yards. We have a few really good receivers, Chris Shepard, Antonio Moore, Chancellor Washington. And so we have guys to get the ball to. So we want to be real multiple. We're going to stay in the spread. It won't be much of a change. But yeah, we want to get the ball around to different athletes. Of course, replacing KJ Black and Omarion Miller is no easy feat. But it'll be a trial by committee, and I think we have the guys to do it.
What about on the other side of the ball? What can we expect from your program defensively?
Sure, I love to be a 3-4 attacking style defense and move the front around and change it and make sure that the offense never thinks that we're predictable. And so we'll continue to go down that same path that we've been on defense.
Who are some of the kids you're going to lean on? When you're a first-time head coach, a lot of times you need a strong senior class to kind of lead the youngsters, get them to buy in. Who are some of the guys you're going to lean on?
Sure. Cordacion Brown is immediately the guy who comes to mind. He's been kind of our vocal leader, offensive lineman. He comes in. He's one of the strongest kids. The kids want to be around him and want to listen. Ricky Brown, Jacorian Bullard, those are just a few of the guys to name that I think do all the right things the right way and try to bring their teammates on the same path.
A lot has changed since I left here.
Sure.
With how the LHSA, I don't even know the divisions anymore,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the changes that have been made over the last year with the association?
Yeah.
Especially in Shreveport, half the schools are select now. They didn't used to be select. What are your thoughts on how things are going with the association right now?
Sure. Yeah. Certainly things have changed. We're competing against some schools that we normally would not have to participate against. No amount of complaining on my end is ever going to change that. So we just are going to prepare to win. Parkview Baptist came in. They're a 3A private school, and they came to Vivian, and we brought them all the way down to the wire, had a chance to win at the end of the game. And so it's the world we live in right now, so it's the world we're preparing to fight in. And so is it my favorite rule of all time? No, but certainly something that we have to prepare for now.
What are your thoughts on, I talk to a lot of coaches that want to come back together. I talk to others that want to stay separate, but
Sure.
the public schools need to be public kind of thing.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on maybe coming back together, maybe forming a super division or anything? Like what fixes the LHSA with divisions and stuff?
Yeah, that's a lot of politics associated with that, yeah. Certainly I would be a fan of having the public schools be together and the private schools be together. That was more my MO. But, I try to stay out of it and just coach football. Try to pour into the kids and make them better.
So when you're putting a staff together,
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of everything's got to come together right. The guy, he's got to be a good football coach, but then he's got to be a teacher that can fill an opening at the school and would be a good teacher as well.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about, kind of towing that line when you're trying to hire your staff?
Absolutely. So you're going to have a guy who's going to come in and who's going to contribute in the classroom. Miss Cherry, the principal at North Caddo, she has high standards for her teachers. So it's definitely, a difficult situation. There's not a lot of people getting into teaching anymore. And so there's a lot of schools in the Shreveport-Bossier area that are out looking for full-time coaches. And so it is a challenge to try and get guys out and get them in the classroom and especially to make the drive to Vivian. I don't mind the drive at all. I think it's great. I get right on 49 and head right up the interstate, and it's very easy for me, but a lot of people are intimidated by it. And so, it's super important to get a great staff together, and it'll be something that I'm looking forward to doing.